everyone, it's ED and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time coming to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. This actually is not a reaction video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about projection and forgiveness. But you might be asking yourself, okay, well, what does projection have anything to do with forgiveness? Well, I'm going to tell you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's get into it. But first, let me take a sip of coffee. Shout out to Solana Beach Coffee Co. Best part about owning a coffee shop, you guys, is breaking in and getting coffee whenever I want. And that wasn't like a planned thing to shout me out. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let me find my notes. And basically I want this to just be like a fun, relatable, educational video that will help you guys out. If you guys are stuck at home and you guys are out of work and you're bored and you're starting drama on the internet and you just find yourself not being happy, hopefully this video will just make even one person feel better, make one person a little bit happier. Because I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to just get to know yourself better, how to get to know yourself, get to know your own insecurities, get to know who you are, so that you guys can be happy. Because at the end of the day, we're here to be happy. Hello, that's the whole point of life. The first thing you guys need to know about projection, you guys have probably heard this saying, whoever smelt it dealt it. Well, let me tell you, there is truth to that, because here's how the brain works. Here is my little scientific simple explanation of the brain. Basically, this is how our subconscious mind works. If you do not like a certain quality about someone, or you find someone annoying, well, guess what? It's because you're annoying. Ooh, and I know that's really hard to hear, and I almost didn't want to say that, but you know what? The truth hurts sometimes. If you find someone annoying, it's because you're annoying, unfortunately. And if you find someone mean, well, guess what? It's because you've been mean in the past. If you find someone stupid, well, guess what? There's a piece of you that is stupid. And that's not to say that, you are a stupid person. That's not to say that you're a mean person. What it means is that there is a piece of us. And keep in mind, guys, we are made up of a million, kajillion different pieces. So even among all these amazing qualities about us, there is still one annoying little part of us inside that feels that we are stupid, or that we're lazy, or that we're annoying, or that people don't like us. So when we come into contact with someone that we resonate with, that we have a similar quality to, it triggers us. And you know what? If we didn't have that inside of us, it wouldn't bother us. And that is just basic emotion. That's just basic science. It's not possible to get upset or angry about someone for a quality that we actually don't have inside of us. The only reason we're getting upset is because we have that quality inside of us. So that's the first thing you guys need to know. Projection. Again, if you find someone annoying, I hate to break it to you, but there's probably a chance that you have been annoying at least once in your life, or someone has called you annoying, and then you took that belief on, and you thought, oh my god, this person thinks I'm annoying, so I'm annoying. And that's a subconscious thing. Again, it's not like a conscious thing. You're not walking around thinking to yourself, oh my god, I'm the most annoying person on the planet. It's a subconscious thing, which makes it a little bit tricky. But don't worry, I have some of my secrets. I can't give you all my secrets. I have some of my secrets on how to get into the layers of the things about us that we want to heal and how to be happier. So the next thing you guys need to know, if you're not happy with someone, if someone is, rubbing you the wrong way, chances are you're not happy with yourself. And that's not to say you're a miserable person. That's not to say you're a totally miserable, unhappy person. And if you're thinking about someone in a negative way and giving your energy into thinking negative thoughts about someone and being angry at someone and resenting someone and, that kind of thing, well, guess what? That's the piece of you that needs to heal. That's the piece of you that needs to change. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about what other people need to change in themselves. What matters is you being happy and you getting to a place where you are so happy and you're so forgiving and you're so evolved and you're so healed and you're so secure with yourself that if someone is coming at you in a mean way and they're just, you can tell that they're coming at you to get under your skin, you're just rising above it. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't faze you. And that's the golden ticket. So you need to ask yourself, why is this person annoying me? Do they remind me of someone from my past that I haven't forgiven? Does this person, embody a certain quality that I was taught growing up was bad? So let's say you come into contact with someone who's really bossy, and your mom or your dad was super bossy to you growing up. So subconsciously, you grew to resent bossy people. So the overall goal is not for you to be mad at that person and then you make that person change so that you can be happy. No. The thing that needs to happen is you need to change. You need to forgive all the bossy people in your life. You need to find a way to stand up for yourself in a compassionate and loving way, and then you just need to get over it, because at the end of the day, you just gotta get over it. That's the only way to be happy. We have to forgive and we gotta get over stuff. Okay, the next point is humility. This is a little bit of a touchy subject, so I will be as sensitive and as nice as possible. Okay, so humility basically means that you own up to the stuff that you don't like about yourself. You own up to the qualities that you would like to change. And I know that's very hard for a lot of you, especially the ones who are stubborn. I know a lot of you guys out there don't like to admit that you're wrong. Trust me, I get it. I used to hate admitting that I was wrong, but you know what? The second you admit that you made a mistake, or the second you admit that, you have a quality about you that you need to work on, you can get over it and you can be happy and you can change, because you can create anything that you want. If you want to be happy, you can create that. If you want to get over, your breakup from 40 years ago that you're still upset over, you can get over that. So humility, own up to the things that are not perfect about you. So I have an exercise for that. So here's a good humility exercise that I came up with myself. Well, with the inspiration of my meditation teacher. So this exercise. So what I want you guys to do, write down 5 qualities that you love about yourself. They could be anything from I'm kind, or I give money to homeless people, or I'm funny, or I'm charming, or I have good hygiene. Whatever it is, just write down 5 things that you love about yourself. And then what you are going to do is you are going to write down 5 qualities or things that you do not like about a specific person. So you are going to think about someone, and I know this is not going to be really fun at first, but you're going to think about someone that you don't like, okay? And then you're going to use that person and write down 5 qualities about them that you don't like. So let's say Bob is bossy and he's arrogant and he's egotistical and he's narcissistic and he's lazy and whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You're just going to write down 5 things that you don't like about them. Then what you are going to do, and the reason I want you guys to do the things you like about yourself first, is to put you first in a place where you feel good, and then I'm going to bring you down a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you guys back up. So I have a method. So then what you're going to do is you are going to say those things out loud, or you can write them down. You can say them in the mirror, you can write them down, you can say them in your head. You're going to tell those things to yourself, those qualities that you don't like about that person that you wrote down. So you're going to either write or say it out loud or do it in the mirror, whatever, or do it in a voice recording, whatever you guys want to do. Write down, okay, so ED, you are bossy and narcissistic and rude and annoying and this and that. And you're going to sit there and you're going to think about that a little bit. And you're going to think, wow, that doesn't really feel good to say those things to myself. Does it? So why the heck would I think those things or say those things about someone else? That doesn't really sound nice. Now does it? And the whole purpose of this is to get you guys in the habit of being more self-aware and being more emotionally aware, because the thing that can take us from having the best day in the entire world to having the worst day in the entire world is your emotions. So when you get into the habit of figuring out who you are and why certain things bother you and why certain people bother you, the better, because that's getting to know who you are. Because everyone, my friend, is a mirror. Every single person in your life is a mirror. All a person is, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your brother, your sister, your professor, your boss, whatever, whoever they are reflecting back to you who you believe that you are. Who you are is who you decide that you are. Who you are is, the qualities that you accept about yourself. So if you find someone really bossing and rude and annoying, you will probably find that you have in situations been bossy and rude and annoying, and you have accepted that for yourself. And then, because at that point you guys are probably in a little bit of a bad mood, like I said, I'm going to lift you guys back up. So what you're going to do, you are going to write a letter to your 3-year-old. And the reason I want you guys to write a letter to your 3-year-old is because around 3 years old is typically, we're still, we're learning to talk and speak and communicate, and we're learning about emotions. But 3 years old, we're still innocent. We still see the world as good, and everybody's nice, and it's like a happy place. And at 3 years old, you are only doing what you are taught was good. You're only being taught, you're only doing what you were taught was good. So writing a letter to your 3-year-old about things that you love about that 3-year-old. Was your 3-year-old happy and carefree? Was your 3-year-old funny? Was your 3-year-old really shy and sweet? Was your 3-year-old really talkative and had everybody laughing? Was your 3-year-old curious? Write a letter to your 3-year-old. It could be a 10-word letter. It could be a 100-word letter. It doesn't matter. Write as much as you want about what you love about that 3-year-old. And here's the lesson. Every single person in your life, in order to be happy and to forgive and to learn about projection, you should treat everybody as a 3-year-old, because everybody at this point in their life, it doesn't matter if you're 45 or 85 or 16, everybody is doing what they were taught was good at around the time they were 3 years old, right? No one is ever doing anything because they were taught that it was bad. And if they were taught that it was bad, they were taught that doing something bad was good and got them attention. So that's the whole point of that. Patience. We're going to talk about patience for a little bit. Okay, you guys, I brought this up like a little bit ago, but basically the thing with patience is we shouldn't have judgments on people and expectations of when we want someone to change. Because guess what? It's not our path. If someone is a horrible person and they're greedy and they're narcissistic and they're mean, maybe that's their path. Maybe they have to go through that and lose a bunch of people, lose their family, lose their friends, lose respect from others. Maybe they have to go through that to then fall. And then, the only way after you fall, the only way down is to go right back up. So maybe they needed to go through that to learn all their lessons, to gain all their wisdom, to then, be the person that they are going to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, which is an amazing person. So it's not up to your human will and your human ego when someone should change and what they need to change about themselves, right? The only thing that matters is that when someone's annoying you and getting under your skin, you take that as a lesson to learn about who you are and how you can be a more compassionate person to rise above all the drama and negativity. So try not to have expectations and judgments about others. If your boyfriend is really getting under your skin because, I don't know, he doesn't help you with laundry, or he doesn't make the bed, or whatever it is, he doesn't do the dishes, try to not have an expectation about that, right? Instead of judging someone and playing the victim and being passive aggressive, instead find that piece of you that's really upset, forgive that piece of you, that is judging that person. And then, you know what, maybe like bring it up in conversation. Be like, you know what, this really bothers me that you do this. Maybe we can work on it. I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you know how I feel, and maybe we can work together. And if they're not willing to work with you, then it looks like you got to make a big decision there. Because a lot of y'all, not to get sidetracked, but a lot of you guys are in relationships with people that you really do not like and that you actually don't want to be in relationships with. Next, last but certainly not least, we're going to tie this in with forgiveness. Okay, I know you guys have been waiting for this. What does projection have anything to do with forgiveness? So, think about it like this. Let's say you're still mad at your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend who cheated on you in high school or cheated on you when you were in college, whatever it may be. Or you're just mad about, a situation like that. And you still give energy, you still give resentment, and you still give that person your mind and your energy. Well, guess what? The only person you're hurting is yourself, because let's say that person who cheated on you is now in a relationship, happy as ever. They've forgiven themselves for what they've done. They're like, oh my God, that was such an amazing learning experience. I really had to forgive myself and overcome that. Meanwhile, you're still sitting there mad and angry as ever over that person, and they've been over it. So part of projection is learning about who you are, learning about the qualities about you that you don't like in others, because you either have those qualities within you or you were taught that those qualities were really bad. And so that then became a judgment. And so now you're in a situation where if you don't forgive someone, if you're still holding on to anger and resentment, guess what? How can you be happy? How can you attract all the amazing, beautiful, positive blessings in your life that you want? How can you attract a better new relationship? How can you attract a better job when you're still festering in that resentment? Because having resentment in your heart about anyone and anything, you guys, is literally poison to the body. So you have to forgive. And a lot of you guys may be asking yourself the question, well, how do I forgive someone? You can write a letter to that person telling them, all the ways that they've hurt you, so that they understand where you're coming from. And then you got to think about it, ask yourself, if you want to forgive someone, do you want to be happy? That's the first question. Ask yourself, do I want to be happy? Because if I want to be happy, the truth of the matter is I have to let it go and I have to forgive that person. I have to get over my ego, get over my pride, and forgive that person. Because if you have any feelings of wanting to make that person feel what you felt, and you want revenge on that person, and you want them to hurt like you hurt, well, guess what? That is evil-spirited. And that's not to say that you're a bad person, but it is what it is. It's evil-spirited to want someone to hurt in the way that you hurt. And hurt people obviously hurt others. So if you want to be happy, if you want to move forward, you got to forgive. So seek counseling, talk to a therapist, work out, get all your anger out through working out, and set the intention that at the end of your workout, make a goal for yourself. At the end of 1 month of working out, I'm totally gonna release all the anger and all the resentment that I have towards this person. I'm gonna forgive them. And I'm going to want them to be happy, because guess what? Wanting someone who hurt you to be happy will make you happy, right? You can talk it out with a friend, ask a friend, make a phone call to talk it out with that person. You can cry about it. You can do self-talk in the mirror and say, okay, I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to forgive this person. Write down all the things that, you felt by that person hurting you, and then just let it go. You can do breath work. Breath work is an amazing form of letting go of anger, and there's tons of online breath work courses and classes you can take. You can meditate. There's literally endless ways on how to forgive someone, and it's not as hard as you might think it is. So there you guys have it, projection and forgiveness and how to be happier. I hope this video helps even just one person who's stuck at home right now in quarantine, feeling miserable, feeling uninspired. I hope this video helps you even just a tiny bit feel a little bit happier, because at the end of the day, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to forgive yourself. You deserve to forgive other people so that you can let that go. And you deserve to have a life that you actually enjoy and look forward to. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. And please subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! And there's a couple people that literally are like freaking out over my hair. I'm like, you guys, relax. It can't be the craziest thing that's ever happened in quarantine that someone gets a new hairstyle. But this is the real me. This is the real me.